Here is the Ophelia corset already cut. In it are cutting instruction, labels, and seam guides. This is optional, but I'm just cutting out the darts so it's easier to trace. Now that that's done, we can now proceed to cutting our fabric. I'm using this dead stock fabric from my stash. It's called Mikado. It's a great fabric for corsets and gowns. Here I'm just laying down the pattern pieces, making sure everything is along the grain line. Tracing along the edge so it's easier for me to cut. Make sure to mark the important parts like the bust line and the waistline. And for the center back seam, I put 2 so it won't be confusing. Remove cat cause cutting is danger. Just cut along the lines and make sure to mark the darts on both sides. Cutting done. Markings done. By the way, I'm using the same fabric for the lining. It's sturdy enough for the boning layer, so I'm just gonna use the same thing. The sewing allowance is 1 cm, and you can use this method to match your seams. Here I'm using a magnetic guide. Just sew everything according to the seam guides. Just refer to the sewing pattern in case it gets confusing. Ta-da! Never mind, we have the darts left. Sewing the darts closed. Then I need to sew it again for the lining. For the lining, I like to top stitch the seams open. This is just to make it easier to sew on the boning channel and the rigilene. And so I don't have to iron it like the main fabric. This is the main fabric. I just ironed the seams open nice and crispy. Keep this main fabric aside and let's work on the boning layer. Know what I'm saying? Let's start with rigilene. You can also use any other boning stuff. This is just my favorite because it's so easy to use and so on. Just cut it to size. Make sure there's like 1/2 inch allowance on both sides. Match it up with the other side. This is optional, but I'm also putting on the side hips. This is how I seal the edges of rigilene. Just nuke it. Just torch it. It kinda melts and fuses all the stuff together. See? This is how I sew it on. Just straight down and then turn, and then straight lock. Just do that for everything and you're good. Now that the rigilene is sewn, let's now proceed to the metal boning case. Cut out your boning case longer than the seam so that you can just trim it later. By the way, I'm laying down the thicker part towards the skin for extra protection. Place the boning case in the middle of the seams and sew close to the edge. Pivot and sew 1/2 inch towards the top to seal it in. Then pivot again and continue sewing towards the hem. Then we just cut off the excess. Now turn it over to the other side and then place your main fabric on top. Right sides should face each other. We will then sew along the top edge, excluding the armhole. Before top stitching, we should snip the curved edges. This will just release some tension so that when you flip it over, it's nice and smooth. When top stitching, make sure the seams are towards the lining and sew close to the edge. Like this. Very nice. Flip it back out because this time we're sewing along the armhole. Snip the corners to get rid of the extra bulk. Clip the armhole, turn it over, and start poking the corners with your owl or anything pointy. Carefully poke it till it's nice and pointy. Oops, you didn't see that. Oops. Iron everything including along the rigilene so that it'll lay flat. Bust pads are optional, but I kinda need them, you know. To place the bust pads, I put one hand under and sort of wiggle it around, letting the shape of the cup kind of align, and then place a pin once you're happy with it. Just match it with the other side and you're done. Turn it over just to see if it looks good. Make adjustments as necessary. Once you're happy with everything, just sew along the edge. Just make sure to skip the metal boning channel. So I make a lock and then skip and then lock and start sewing again. You can sew over rigilene, it's fine. This is what it looks like. As you can see, I skipped all of the metal boning and then I keep this top edge free. Now it's time for the metal boning. It's very rigid. That's why it's perfect for the center seam and the seams along the corner of the arms. Just cut those to size. Make sure there's enough space at the hem so that you won't sew through the metal boning. Seal the edge of the metal boning. I usually just use tape. I just cover it like this and fold the top bit and then seal it with another tape. Now it's time to put the metal boning in the casings. Everything is nice and smooth. Very nice. Time to attach the hip parts. Snip the curved parts before you start sewing. Just don't go past 1 cm allowance. I usually start from the middle and then go back for the other side later. Once you're done, time for pressing. Press the seams upwards like this. Now before we close everything, it's a good time to install the waist tape. I just cut a bias strip and with this 1-inch bias tape maker, I just press that flat. Like this. So nice. Start pinning it at the side seam and then make sure to really stretch it because you want the tension to be on the waist tape and not on the seams. This will make it much stronger and make you very snatched. You know what I'm saying? Just continue pinning till the back seam and then make a stitch along the sewing lines to secure the waist tape. Make sure to avoid the metal boning. Just sew it along the stitching of the metal boning channel. Also secure a stitch at the back seam. Then just cut off the excess waist tape. Now for the side hip lining, fold the top part around 1/4 of an inch and just secure it with the top stitch. Then secure it with a pin along the hemline. It's around 1/2 inch in the seam. And then just secure that with a stitch. After that, it should look like this. Now this is completely optional, but I like to do it. I'm just basting the seams so that it'll stay in place. Here I'm using pad stitching. I picked it up from a tailoring class. You can use a regular straight stitch like this. Finally, we can sew the hemline. Just flip it over, align both the hemlines, and just sew it together. Starting from the center seam to one side, then I'll go back to the other side. When I'm sewing hemlines, I offset the main fabric from the lining about 1/4 of an inch. This helps to keep the lining from peeking in the front. Here is a closer look. As you can see, main fabric is a bit shorter. but still keep it 1 cm from the edge. After you're done sewing, just snip all of the excess bulk. At this point, you can also top stitch the hemline at the hip towards the lining. I'm stitching the back seam closed so I don't have to case it with bias tape or edge it with a serger. Make sure to clip the corners too. Now that it's done, time to pull it from the inside out. Just reach in there and start pulling. Try and be careful. Don't bend the metal boning too much. And just keep going till you're done. Before ironing the hemline, I noticed the curved line along the center front is too bulky, so I'm just cutting off some excess. Massage those seams before you press it and make those edges nice and crispy. After everything is nice and flat, time to close the hip seam by hand stitching. Make sure you clip the curved seams before you close everything. Here I'm just pinning the main fabric and the lining together so it won't move. Then pinning the hip lining in place before hand sewing. Do check the other side if everything looks good. Now just hand sew the hip seam close. Oh yeah, everything looks good. All that's left to do is the closure at the back. Since I don't have a jacket zipper, I'm just gonna do a laced up back with eyelets. I'm placing metal boning to reinforce the back seam. I just made a simple boning channel by sewing a straight line with enough space for the metal boning to go in. Here I'm just marking where the eyelets will go and now punching holes into it. This is how I install the eyelets. I put my handy dandy owl under and kind of stretch the hole so that the eyelet would slide right in. Now fixing it up with the washer. Finally, we're done. Just remove all the basting stitches, do a final press, and get a lace for your lace back. It's looking so good. Reveal in 3, 2, 1. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and for anyone who would want to try this sewing pattern, you can do it. Miss Bella, I'm trying to take pictures. Miss Bella, you want to be pattern? You want to be pattern?